Hello guys, today we are in Turin Polytechnic, Tashkent University, and I study here. I'm a graduating student. Today we will try to introduce our university from inside, some sports fair, our library and other aspect structures, and so let's see it.
Welcome to Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent. This is our entrance hall, and in our entrance hall you can see the cars which symbolize the profile of our university. So in our university we prepare specialists in automotive engineering, mechanical engineering, architecture and design, IT engineering, and the educational process in our university is English because our university was established in collaboration with Politecnico di Torino, with Italian university. So that's why the English is our working language in our university. So, of course, here we have the statement of our president, which stimulates our youngsters, our students to be active. And of course we have some laboratories. Now let's go to the chemistry lab, please. Let's go to the chemistry lab, please. So this is our chemistry lab. Sorry for disturbing. So our professor is having a laboratory. So as you see, our chemistry lab is modern and we have all the conveniences organized for our students. And here our students, they do different chemical reactions to maybe reinforce their theoretical knowledge. And of course our professors individually sometimes give their instructions concerning chemistry reactions of different chemical liquids. And we have some equipments. For example, you can see the microscopes sometimes because it's important for our students to know the molecular structure of different materials. And of course, except this chemistry lab, we have Information Resource Center, where students can find the resources and read individually and reinforce their knowledge. Okay, next destination is our Information Resource Center. Let's go.
Today's main aim of the university is not only to train the highly qualified students, but also to improve their moral standards for any aspects of the life.
So this is our Information Resource Center, and it is a two-story building. On the first floor we have the space. Students, they have a chance to use information resources in our library, and of course they can use computers and download different informations concerning their subjects.
Moreover, the department on working with the students' culture and the students' life on promoting their civic position, self-employment and modern thinking.
So this is Information Resource Center of the university, and we're using this room as a library for students and for the professors also. The totally more than 100,000 books are included in here. Hard copies and also the soft copy, like e-versions of the books. The students are using these books after their lectures and practices. So and also these computers are used for their practicing and for to work with some additional materials and on additional materials, and also work with for labs of their courses. And also this, the building is used for testing of the students. Sometimes that during the course, for example, examinations and also the final exams kind of thing. This library is the main point of the students and professors I met, because it's very important thing to spread their information to the students. Basically, professors and we are using this library. For example, like I have a lecture and I have a lot of materials which I'd like to spread to the students. I can give them, I can share with other students, with all people who is interested in. So I'm giving here, and electronically that will be spread to the students.
Basically, I have been here since 8 years, and I've been teaching in TTPU since a long time. I've seen more or less a few hundred students, and from the beginning it has been started basically as a teaching activity, but slowly it has become a real involving cooperation between Polytechnic of Torino and Tashkent University, Polytechnic University in Tashkent. Basically, the main cooperation in the research environment has come through students which have come to Torino, both as master students and then as PhD students. My Uzbek PhD students in Torino have been very, very good, and I'm happy that they have been there because it has been fruitful research on that. I think that although it is a little more difficult, students from Polytechnic of Torino will come here, and slowly laboratory research have been set up here in TTPU, and real initial research is starting. What we still have to work on, I think, is involving Uzbek industries in that, but these will come with the research activity. I believe that really the cooperation between TTPU and the Polytechnic of Torino can become even more fruitful, especially if teachers from in TTPU will start to be the ex-students which have been involved in the culture and environment of Polito and have been trained to teach in a very stimulating environment. I think that TTPU can be really valuable for Uzbek environment and for Uzbek industry development.
In this university, there are 4 major bachelor majors, okay, so bachelor courses. So the first biggest one is mechanical engineering, the second is IT, and the third one is civil engineering, and fourth one is power engineering, energy. Okay, so and more on top of this, there are 2-3 master courses, master programs are started already, and 2 more we are going to establish during coming new study academic year. After this place, I will show another place which called like Technopark. In the Technopark, there are included a lot of centers, a lot of labs And students basically after they are studying in here in the auditorium and in the library after this time, so they can join to the Technopark works also. In that labs, in that centers, they're working with the things, they can improve their skills practically. So in the labs, there are included a lot of equipments, very state-of-the-art equipments. So they're using that equipments, have to work with them. They study how to work with them, and they can invent the new things, also new equipment or new robots and equipments there. I'm working here since opening of this university 2010. So glad to work with this community, in this community, in this university. And I teach to the students two subjects, like engineering drawing and also building physics, and in civil engineering and architecture department. So I will show our next step is Technopark. So we are in spatial labs. So in this building, situated 3-4 labs, and this lab is to study robotics, to study PLC programming, hydraulics, electronics, kind of things. So here in this stand, the students learn the robots, have the robots work, and mainly for robot work based on the program. So that program should be stored in a kind of PLC language, so PLC tool. So that is controls several items, and then so those items are working. Okay, so to work them in to start working these tools, we need a kind of PLC tools. So students learn this one, so their programming tool, okay, so tool works, and then so that programs should be stored, okay, already connected. So with using this PLC tool, this will be controlled. So here you can see the robotic arm, the small so robotic arm for education. So you can see that the Festo brand here, and Siemens here, the PLCs. And here are the tool for hydraulics, to study hydraulics. And here inside the room you can see a lot of tools for hydraulics, electronics, tools, and the stands for education. Okay, so and here you can see here the big robotic arm tool. Okay, so articulated arm. That is industrial, so that's why you can see that protection here, so we cannot go in because that is for safety purposes colored like orange color, so that is harmful to go in actually, so while it's working. So why we use this kind of robots? So this robot is we use for automation, manufacturing, several manufacturing processes. For example, the welding tool are inside here, or kind of to checking the holes, or making like welding and or touching to bring some part to nearby to another part, insert some part to some hole, kind of things. Okay, so we use for automation purpose of the process. So that will help us to reduce the manufacturing cost, and also that will give us use this one in the evenings, and also that is increasing the quality of the assembling. This is robotic arm, articulated robotic arm, industrial. And so that's why it's included this kind of partition. So that is colored by the orange color because of the safety purpose, and also it's prohibited to go in. So that's why we need this kind of partition. That is kind of safety tool. And why we use this kind of robots? So these robots are used for automation, industrial process. What kind of industrial process are? Those are welding. So here you can see the part of the automobile body, and some weldments or welding points can be done with this kind of robot, automated. Instead of human work can be robotic work can be used, and that give us increasing of the quality and reducing the product cost. Okay, so because you can use this one during a daytime, nighttime also, and that is a lot of parts in the workshop can be done with this way. And also this is give us the quality. Okay, so the rising the quality of the product or assembling. And this one is this Mangano robot tool, and this is used for other purpose also, for example, to bring some part to another, to touch or to assemble, to welding or to checking like CMM, or to make some kind of a cutting tool with using some mechanical tools like cutting, will open the hole kind of things. So this is very effective technology. So based on this, nowadays almost all automotive industrial companies are using this tools, this kind of robots. So this is a simulator of racing cars. Students can study a simulator or how to do this kind of simulators, or they can make a coding here inside. They can use kind of simulations, various simulation of many countries, so racing ways, racing places like in this country or other countries, like many different cities. They can simulate many different roads and use various different situations like raining, snowing, kind of or with temperature change. They can show with different situations, so they can simulate how to ride this racing car and how to act on the various places. So we're in CAD lab, so computer-aided design lab. So in this lab, students are mainly studying the components of the automobile. Okay, so automobile components. They're learning how they're, the construction in what's inside and the various parts of the automobile, and also how to draw these things, how to model this one in the computer software. Okay, so they're making this their design or their CAD model, CAD model, and also we have a 3D printers. They can print out that model, their invention, their their idea how to change this one or how to remodel this one. What's their invention kind of thing. So they can print out it and they can try to touch together, assemble together, and see it should be after producing it. Okay, so to learn this kind of parts, we use this kind of lab. Okay, so here you can see the computer class for CAD software using and how to do this, their modeling tools. Okay, so so for that purpose we use this lab. So we are in Technopark. In this park, in this lab, all CNC machines, all production machines are included in here. So students can learn how to model in the space lab the part, for example, CAD part. And in this place, they can produce this one, their masterpieces. So on board under me, so you can see what kind of parts, what kind of model, physical models are done in this place. So several parts you can, machines can, you can see here, and those CNC machines can generate, can build, manufacture the parts which is modeled in Space Lab.
The tracks for admission that are available this academic year consists of automotive engineering, mechanical engineering, computer engineering, also architecture and design, software engineering, plus we're going to open the new track that involves 2+2 program with the Pittsburgh National University in the United States, the track management and business administration.
So that's a new and interesting experience for us, and we can offer to students some interesting things that they can study here 2 years, and then 2 years they can study in the United States, and after finishing 4 years of education they can obtain the American diploma. Also, as for what Turin is well known is the Italian tracks that the students here, if they admitted to our university, will receive Italian diploma after 4 years of education. So on the other hand, why Turin Polytechnic University is one of the best universities not only in Uzbekistan but also in the Central Asia, not only because we're an engineering school and we're offering a lot of interesting things to the students. We're offering different laboratories, new modern technologies, and new interesting things that the student can practice. So the students not only learning here the theoretical part of the material, but also most of the time they are actually working with their hands. They are applying their hands, they are applying their brains, so they're working on many different projects. Projects usually involved with not only with Avtosanat, but also different ministries of our country. And so I believe for the students it's a good experience, not only to obtain the theoretical knowledge, but also obtain the practical skills that will help them in the future to achieve many different and interesting goals in their lives. So related to the admission, of course, so we are started, as I said before, and what we're also offering, one of the unique things that Turin, and I believe this is one of the only one university, at least in Tashkent in Uzbekistan, that can offer this thing. So we are offering to applicants, if they do very well on the admission test that will soon enough will be held, they can directly enroll to the second year, so to the first level or second year. So they will actually gain 1 year. So they, instead of studying 4 years, they can study 3 years, of course depending if they can obtain the good points on the admission test. So also we can offer a lot of different and interesting things. As I said, we have a lot of different networking, a lot of different connections with many companies, not only in Uzbekistan but also abroad. And most of our students who are actually right now studying on the 3rd years already have a job. And so we can offer many different things to our students, so we can help them already being a student. They can have the experience working in the different companies, and so this is another thing we can offer, and we are very proud of that. Of course, the process is started, so we are here for you guys. So if you want to know more about the Turin Polytechnic University, you can always visit us. Our admission is open, so all information you can find on our official website. So this year all the applicants can apply for our university online, so sitting at home. So they just have to do the very simple steps to complete online application through our LMS platform and Italian platform, and they are already registered. And so for many more, of course, if the applicants have more questions or want to know more in details about the academic curricula, about the courses we are offering, about the projects we have, about the startups we have, about the companies that are working here with us, that are our partners, and want to know what else we can offer to you, because we have a lot of many interesting things that I can speak forever, but of course my time is limited. So please either call us, or that would be better if you just stop by our university to find out more and to find out more details about our program and about everything you would like to know. Thank you.
Here is our lecture hall, Blue Hall, and as you see, our lecture hall is equipped with modern facilities. We have a screen here and all the facilities for minimizing the time wasting of our professors. And the capacity of this lecture hall is 250 students. Okay, as you see, we have a screen and a blackboard, or classical blackboard. Our professors use the screen in combination. They demonstrate different videos using screen, their clipboards using screen, and of course, sometimes they use the chalk, the classical way of explaining different information on the blackboard.
The main goal of our university is to form students' knowledge about their future profession, as well as we provide some meetings with successful people and providing events on their any different spheres. Yes, we believe in our future because we are the youngsters and we can make everything that we can do.
So today I'm going to speak a little bit about the admission at the Turin Polytechnic University in Tashkent. So we started the admission process last week, and for the bachelor's for the 2022-2023 academic year. So we're offering, this year we're offering several tracks, not only the Italian tracks, but also the Uzbek tracks.
This is the next destination of our sport complex, that is swimming pool. The size of our swimming pool is professional size, and our students are very active indoor sport games. They come here to swim and relax after heavy lectures, theoretical classes maybe. And of course, sometimes for our students, we organize different competitions, and they are really active in participating in such competitions, and they of course participate with pleasure in such sport games. So this is our outdoor game stadium, and as you see, our students in their free time, they play football, and of course they participate in different competitions concerning just outdoor sport games.
I'm glad to be in one of the the best universities in Uzbekistan. I'm very glad to study here. I'm thankful for our professors and administration to giving us such knowledge. And you are welcome. You can join us, visit our university. So see you next time. Goodbye.